Hey, my Liptons. I wanted to come in here and give y'all a Seeta Aur Geeta review. But before I get into this video, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, okay? Let's get up to 1,000 subscribers. You know, make sure y'all like the video. Also, if y'all guys want any more Bollywood slash ZTV content on my channel, you guys can go on the playlist that I have put in place for these kind of reviews. I have many content based on that, and we'll have future content on that. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all share my videos. Make sure y'all have your family members, your friends, subscribe to my video, subscribe to my channel. And let's get into this video. So, Seeta Aur Geeta, let me just say this. I watched this film many moons ago, like many years ago. And I was really young when I watched it because I just know, like, at the time, like, my dad was such a huge fan of the movie. And, my parents were really into it. So I watched it when I was young. I did forget some parts, but I do remember, you know, um, hemamalini, playing this role, and the fact that this film was a really big film back in the early 70s in Bollywood. So I already knew this movie. So but right now, as y'all know, I'm on a binge on watching old Bollywood films. Like I did reactions and reviews of Mughal Azam. I did reactions and reviews of Amar Bali. I did reactions and reviews of so many old Indian Hindi films, Tarana, like I've just been going Sangam, So I've really been into that because I just feel like, and I've said this multiple times, like the Bollywood films of today, and honestly, Bollywood has not been the same for, like, I would say, the past decade. Like the films have just not been good. It's like you have maybe one or two films that will pop out that is like I really like them, but I would say like for the past giving 10, maybe even 15 years, Bollywood has just not been the same. It's just the music, the soundtracks, the music is horrible. The movies don't make any sense, and it's getting worse and worse as time goes on. So I've just been going back to the old films, like from the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 90s, early 2000s. I've just been watching those films because I just feel like those days were just way more better than what Bollywood is producing now. So I want to get into Seeta Aur Geeta. So let me just give you a premise of Seeta Aur Geeta if y'all guys haven't watched it. By the way, this film is on YouTube. There's also it also does have English subtitles on YouTube. So if you guys want to go watch Seeta Aur Geeta, is definitely on YouTube. I suggest you guys go watch it. The film, I did not know this until I was watching like a Anupama Chopra review of a Dilip Kumar film where she was talking about how Seeta Aur Geeta was actually inspired by a Dilip Kumar film of Ram or Sham, which I need to go watch actually. So that was very interesting to hear and a fun fact to hear. Excuse me. So Seeta Aur Geeta starts off with these two people and a pregnant woman. She's pregnant and she doesn't know that she's actually pregnant with twins. So they end up, I think the car end up breaking up. They go to a village or something, and this village woman, helps the lady give birth. And the woman, the mother, thinks that like she's had only one little girl, but it turns out she had twins. The village woman that helped, give birth to Sita and Gita ends up stealing the pregnant woman's baby. So right off of there, I'm just like, because it's the early 70s and things like that, is like, we're gonna leave that part out, and we're not gonna dissect, and the storyline is not gonna go into how this village woman legit committed a crime and stole somebody, like kidnapped somebody else's baby. Like it's insane. So basically, Sita or Gita basically gets separated at birth. Like Sita goes to her real parents' house, who, by the way, her real parents are very rich. They have money and things like that. And Gita, is the one that stays with the village woman, and she's raised very poor. So, that's basically like the premise of the film. Now, when we go into it, Sita, who was raised by her real parents, and her parents are really rich. Apparently, her parents end up dying when she's really, really young. So then her aunt and her uncle end up coming in and taking control of the house, taking control of the money, that sort of thing, and they're like mistreating Sita. Like, y'all, when I was rewatching this film on YouTube, I was seething. I was so upset for the way Sita was being treated. Like, the aunt was just abusing her, like, and then the aunt's brother was just, he was a creep, a pervert in this film. I was just like, the way they were just beating on her, and like, it's just, I was disgusted by what was happening to Sita. And then on top of that, when you see Gita. Gita is the village girl. She's the town circus girl. Like, she's trying to get this money. And if you guys see here, Dharmendra is actually raised up with Gita. Dharmendra's character, I forgot his name. I forgot Dharmendra's character in the movies, his name. But I think it's Raj, Rajat or something like that. I don't know. But Dharmendra and Gita, are doing their thing, getting their money, getting that fast money. And you have Sanjeevkumar's character, who is very put up together, that sort of thing. He's also looking for marriage, and at first he was looking at potential suitors. So of course Sita's aunt was trying to sabotage Sita getting married and that sort of thing. So by putting Sita in Western clothes and that sort of thing. So it was a mess. So basically, what happens is how the story. And by the way, if y'all, there's a few spoilers, but I do suggest you guys go watch it for better context. When it comes to the film, so Sita, she, like I said, she's getting mistreated. She's getting mistreated. It came to a point where she had her breaking point because, like, her aunt's brother tries to molest her and then frames her for stealing his wallet or something, and then he ends up beating her with a belt. So she ends up running away, for a few days. Get the don't know, get the is just all over the place, just free spirit, just does her own thing. Gita also ends up, trying to run away or taking a break from her village town because she's just annoyed with, just having to do things that are not her responsibility. So Gita is just, going around town, that sort of thing. She ends up, um, so Sita's aunt ends up putting a report in for saying that Sita has run away, she went missing, the police need to go find her. So then, the police stations have the picture of Sita. So when Gita shows up to the police station trying to get someone else arrested, they see Gita and they're like, wait a minute. Oh, that ran away, that she's missing. So they're like, oh, Sita, so your aunt and uncle are looking for you. And Gita's like, wait a minute, what? Like, are you like, what are you talking about? Like, my name is Gita. My name is not Sita. So they try to, hold her down so that when the aunt and uncle come, they can come and take her back home. Sita's causing all kind of mayhem. Sita's aunt and uncle come, and they try to take Gita home instead of Sita. And Gita's like, listen, if Fatso, if you don't get out of my face talking about the aunt, she was like, you will know something. It was just crazy. That whole scene was very funny. It was very hilarious. I would say hemamalini's acting in this film was really, really good. I think that she acted really, really well in this film. Um, Gita just, she, and then obviously I'm fast forwarding here. Gita does end up taking the place of Sita, pretending herself to be Sita because she sees the injustices happening in the household. And she was like, you know what? I can't let this go on anymore. I'm going to make sure that there's justice, that there's order here. So I was so happy that Gita was beating the hell out of her aunt, beating the hell out of the aunt's brother. And then Sita ends up going to the village because, what happened was Sita wanted to commit suicide. She wanted to commit suicide. She jumped off the thing. Dharmendra's character comes in and saves her, that sort of thing. And he's like, oh, he's thinking that that's Gita, but it's Sita. But he's like, oh, why she want to commit suicide? That sort of thing. So she also ends up taking the place of Gita as well. Sita ends up taking the place of Gita because she enjoys like the environment. She feels loved, she feels protected, she feels secured. So she ends up staying there. And of course, there's a whole climax scene that happens, which I actually suggest you guys to go watch that because it's a really funny and it's very Scooby-Doo-ish, very Scooby-Doo climax scene. And I suggest you guys to go watch it. So, Sanjeev Kumar's character in the film, he's falling in love with Gita, even though he thinks that that's Sita, but he's falling in love with Gita's character. And Gita feels bad about the whole thing too, because it's like she's pretending herself to be Sita when she really is not. And it's like when Sanjeev Kumar's character proposes marriage to her and to the family, she feels sad. And that comes one of my favorite songs in the film. हाँ जी हाँ मैंने शराब पी है हाँ जी हाँ मैंने शराब पी है तेरी जिंदगी पी. That's one of my favorite songs off this movie. Like, and listen, y'all need to listen to those vocals, okay? I suggest you guys go watch that. But it's a mess. The film is really, really cool, and that's just like a quick overview that I wanted to give. If y'all guys want to see the ending of it, go watch the film on YouTube. But that's just like my quick review of Seeta Aur Geeta. I thought that it was a really great film. The film was a blockbuster in India. It did extremely well. Hemamalini was like a huge star in Bollywood. She is a icon of that time. Her and her husband Dharmendra. I do want to talk because y'all know this is how I do my reviews. I always talk about the films and then I talk about the actors personally and some drama, some gossip that happens in their personal lives. So, if y'all not aware, of course y'all are aware, Hemamalini, of course. By the way, before I even get to that, I do have a question. Why? Maybe y'all guys could tell me this in the comment section below. I don't understand why they had to put on a wig on Hemamalini during that time. Like first of all, it was very noticeable, and I'm what was the reason for that? Like the part and everything. I just the wig it wasn't appealing to me. So that's the only critique I would have. Is like the hair department was not giving in this film. Like the wig was just to the side. It's like you could tell that it's fake. And it's like Hemamalini had good hair back then. Like I don't understand why they needed to put a wig on her. But for this film, like it was weird. But whatever. To each their own. But I do want to talk about this. So okay, Hemamalini, during that time, she was a big star. She was a really big star. But she also had a lot of men wanting to court her, wanting to marry her. So I was just talking to my dad about this. My dad was saying like how much Hemamalini was just one of the most desirable women in the world at that time. He had Sanjeev Kumar wanting her, Dharmendra, Jitendra, I think that's how you say his name. So many people, doctors, like they just wanted to marry Hemamalini because Hemamalini was the dream girl. That's her title in Bollywood. So, I was doing some research, and I actually did not know this, but like Sanjeev Kumar and Hemamalini did somewhat date. I guess before she married Dharmendra, which I didn't know. I just thought that Sanjeev Kumar just proposed to her, and she just said no. But like Sanjeev Kumar and Hemamalini did somewhat. They were friendly with each other. They were like, I guess you could say they were, dating in some ways. And Sanjeev Kumar, what I've read, was like really in love with her, and he introduced her to his family, that sort of thing. And Sanjeev Kumar, he did propose marriage to Hemamalini, and apparently Hemamalini said no because she said that she thought of Sanjeev Kumar as more of like a brother, like more of like a that sort of thing. And on top of that, I don't know how true this is, but like they said that Sanjeev Kumar also wanted, if he were to get married to hemamalini, that she had to give up her film career and be like a housewife, and like, take care of his mom, that sort of thing. And at that time, she was just at the height of her career. Like, why would she give up her career to be a housewife? And she didn't want that. And to me, I also feel like, now looking at that, I thought that was like very unreasonable for Sanjeev Kumar to even ask Hemamalini to do, because it was just like, I mean, then again, I understand, because it's like, if you're talking about that society, especially during that time, it's like, for women to continue working, especially after marriage, it was also seen like, girl, what are you doing? Like, because that's the same way how they felt about Sharmila to go when she married Mansoor Ali Khan. Like, that man was a whole prince, and then on top of that, he was a cricketer, but yet she continued doing films. And, you know, Sharmila to go even said, like, yo, I was, people didn't understand why I continued working in films, because it was like, you're the Begum of Patodi, why are you working? So I think that's like the society of that time and how they felt about women working after marriage. But there's also another thing that came out too at that time. I don't know if it's gossip, I don't know if it's true, maybe it could be true, that Hema Malini's mother apparently said that, like, he doesn't want she doesn't want her beautiful slim daughter marrying a fat Sanjeev Kumar. Like, that's the way it was put. Basically, that Hema Malini's mother said that Sanjeev Kumar was too fat to marry Hema Malini because she was slim and beautiful. And to me, I was just like, when I read that, y'all, I was just like, and it's like, it is no shit, and I hate to be this way. I hate to be this way because, respect to the dead. I understand that, yes. But it's very weird for Hema Malini's mother to talk in that way just by judging how she looked. Hema Malini's mother looked, and do with that information what y'all will. Do your own research. Look at how Hema Malini's mother looks like. And it's just like, it's weird that she would even have those sort of thoughts, because it's like, girl, you're not that slim either, sweetie. Like, whatever. It's no shade. It's no shade, but I just have to be honest. It's just like, that whole thing was just weird to me that you would even say. Um, so there was a lot going on there, and him and me, try to clean it up, saying, "Oh, my mom had nothing to do with my decision, with Sanjeev Kumar, da 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 da, whatever." So Dharmendra, who is her husband, you know, and I think at this point we all know the story of Dharmendra and Hemamani. Dharmendra was and is still a married man to his first wife and had kids with her. And Dharmendra, as we all know, was a serial cheater. And one of the women's that he cheated on his first wife with, was also Hemamalini. Dharmendra was involved with a lot of people. Um, More notable, Kumari. But he was also involved with Hemamalini, and Hemamalini, she got with the program. She was also dating Dharmendra while he was a married man. Um, so there was also rumor. Well, it's no, I wouldn't say it was rumors because it's actually confirmed. Hema Malini even said it in her Simi Garwal interview that her parents were against her wanting to marry Dharmendra, because Dharmendra was a married man already. Like, why are you trying to, like, girl, no. There is also a rumor that when Hema Malini and Dharmendra were messing around with each other, Hema Malini's mother tried to get Sanjeev Kumar to get back and propose to Hema Malini, because she didn't want Hema Malini to marry Dharmendra. And I'm just like, no, 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 mamas, no, mamas, no, 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 no. You said that he was too fat to marry your daughter. Have that same energy, okay? We're not gonna spin the block. We're not gonna do a 180 and go back to Sanjeev Kumar to come marry your daughter because you don't want your daughter to marry a married man. That right there, when I read that, I rolled my eyes at that part. I was just like, girl, are you serious? But it is what it is at this point. It's like Hermione and Dharmendra end up getting married, in 1980. They actually had to convert to Islam to get married to a second wife, even though it's like, to me, the more I think about it, the more I think that was just so unreasonable for them to do and ridiculous for them to do. Because while, yes, like, especially currently in Hindi culture, like in Hindu culture, like they don't really marry two wives at once, but like people still do it. Like even back then, back in the day, like Hindus also had two wives, more than one wife. It's like it's not something that's so uncommon. It's just like I didn't think that that was necessary for them to do. Um, for them to convert to Islam and then convert back to Hinduism is like y'all. So y'all, so what like basically y'all are saying that y'all. I don't know. I just feel like that whole thing was just unnecessary, like the whole converting to Islam and then going back to Hinduism, and it's just like just get married, like just get married. Like it's yes, it's not like normally practiced as much now, but it was still would have been accepted either way. But that's just that. So him and Melanie, her and Dharmendra end up having two kids together. um you know so it worked out good, well for her. Sanjeev Kumar, I will say this: his story is so unfortunate. It's so sad. Um, excuse me. They said that Sanjeev Kumar, when Hemamani rejected his proposal, he refused to ever get married again. And there was even a woman that proposed to Sanjeev Kumar because Sanjeev Kumar rejected her, saying that he didn't want to get married again. He ended up dying extremely young, like I think in 1985 or something, from like a heart attack. And there's also a small part of me that feels like Sanjeev Kumar also passed away of like a broken heart from the whole hemamalini situation. I don't know. I just feel that way, as that may sound. Um, Hemamalini, from what I read, was still in contact with Sanjeev Kumar after marriage. She was still friendly with him. Um, so it was very unfortunate what happened to Sanjeev Kumar. Like his story was really sad. But yeah, that's some quick tea that I wanted to give y'all based on the Seeta Aur Geeta film. But yeah, please tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. How do you guys feel about my review of Seeta Aur Geeta and the whole love triangle, love dynamic between her, Sanjeev Kumar, and Dharmendra. Please tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get up to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure y'all get your family members, your friends to subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.